Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of any grease and oil on here for the electrolysis. Keep a handy bucket of old petrol just for this purpose. So in theory this gets rid of any oil and grease, which will stop the electrolysis process from working. I had to soak these for a long time in oil just to get things off. But this is so badly corroded, it is going to need quite a lot of deep cleaning. Get that rust off. Could pickle them in vinegar, but I'm going to try electrolysis. Again, these old blades still look in very nice condition. No chips or dings on the edges, so it's just rust. Tiny little bit. Oh, that's petrol and latex gloves for you. Really help. There they are. Ready for a bath. Well, that's dry enough. So then I just need to suspend these in the tank, probably there, with some wire. This one does have a bit of corrosion on there. The rest of the metal doesn't look too bad, but that's really quite badly pitted. I probably need regrinding anyway, but let's get it all up together first. The odd profile on that. It's wider at one end than the other. Right, yeah, so these will get suspended in there on wires. Something like that. Let's go and find some wire. So all the bolts are going to be cleaned off in petrol. Just give them a wipe down, get rid of all the dirt and grease. Plus all these fixings. And then I'm going to go into a vinegar bath. The vinegar should take off all of that rust, hopefully. They're not coated, so these are just plain steel. There's no coating on them. Normally I'd be wary of sticking stuff like that into any kind of acid, because it'll take off chrome and nickel plating and all that sort of thing, but these they're just covered in muck. That's cast anyway, so There's no coating to worry about, just get them clean. This is one of the plungers, and that should pop up and down. It looks slightly bent actually, but it should pop up and down. Yeah. So that'll need freeing. I'll probably need quite a bit of heat, I should think. But it'll get a bath of vinegar, and then we'll take it from there. Think about this one. That'll be fine. It's a bit too big actually. I don't want to use too much vinegar. I might put that piece in there as well. Yeah. No, it'll go in the electrolysis. That all needs to turn up together. So this is too big. That might be better off the electrolysis tank. So that makes this a bit smaller. I can get a narrow, smaller tray. Something like that. Should be right. Put these all down one end. Up a bit. With any luck, vinegar will cover that. Let's try what else we've got. Oh, here. That's all you need. Each rust. But only if it covers it. That should be, yeah, it's going to do most of it, isn't it? Oh, it needs to go somewhere level. Okay. Yeah, happy with that. Don't need to wear gloves. That one doesn't quite get covered. The deeper bits. It's going to be on a slope. The sticky up bits at one end. the other end, and we'll keep it at an angle. It's going to sit there for a couple of days anyway, or a day at least, I should think. There you go. Right, I need to find somewhere for that to live. Somewhere level. Just do that. But then I could. Yeah, I'm going to use that for. No, I'm going to use this for that. Right, it can sit there. In fact, it can just put it out of the way. It's my main work table. It can sit there next to all the other bits. Overnight for a couple of nights. Check it tomorrow. And the rest of this stuff, like these big castings, these are all, they're a little bit rusty, but they can all be sandblasted. There's only big bits there. Don't need to worry about. Sandblasting is fine for those. And I can just leave that there. It can look after itself. Right. So the plan is to suspend these in this over this tank. And you've got to use wire rather than steel wire rather than copper coated wire. Otherwise, copper ends up going into solution and you end up with copper coated parts instead of rust. Might not be a bad idea, but then you've got to get the copper off. Let's get this. That's the main bits. Probably do it across the tank, can't I? Probably go through there, hang it on there, hang it on there, about longish thing. So I take that one. So obviously whatever you do, it's got to conduct. So I bend on there, bend on there. So one on each end. That'll be right. Yeah, so the you need to be able to connect to that with the negative, and positive goes separately to form an anode. Connected. Yeah, cool. So that's connected. wanted to try this. Obviously, there's a bit of planning probably help. So as long as that all gets covered by solution, I just need some sacrificial anodes. Let's go find some metal. That'll do. There. I think that's about right. That side looks right. We should drill a hole in it as well. A couple of holes. Some more wire. Yep. So clean that off. Drill a hole in it. Drill a hole in it. A couple of holes. Yeah. It's not that dirty anyway. So my anodes, I'll drop in the side and I mustn't touch any of this. I can do that. That should be right. That's not right. So put some plastic on here, or just move it out of the way. I'm shorting out. Can go over there. For that side. That side of that. So that's all going to be charged up. Negative. This is all going to be charged up. Positive. Guys, a little bit too high. It's about a quarter of an inch too long. I don't care. Got some wire on it. Let's stick it in. Yeah. So if it touches, I can always slip some insulation over the wiring, over the wire. So that probably just wants to come up there. Two of them just to make sure that I get a connection. So thread it through there, thread it through there. So that just gives me a nice connection. Rocket science. just clamp that over. Just tape it in place. Clamp that. No, look what you did. Right. That is not going to touch. That's fine. That is going to touch. That's not fine. That's not going to touch now. Alright, that's good. Anode in there. One electrical connection on that. So thank you. Doesn't touch. Go back. Back. That's fine. So that can't touch anything. And that's what we got. So these connected to the battery positive, these wires. All this is going to be connected to negative. I'll probably just put some wire on the outside here and then connect up the battery charger somewhere over here or something. And yeah, I'll do that now. Right, so here we are next morning. I've turned it down to low charge. Actually, I should see what that voltage is. Well, now it says 9 volts, 8.9. 8.9 volts. I don't know why it woke up in 8.9 volts. But I can't believe that's a 12 volt low charge. Let's try high. It's sitting there at 4 amps. Try high, so the amps go up to about 8 because the volts go up to about 10.2 volts. So this must be dragging the voltage down hugely. We'll disconnect it. I would expect to see 13 and a bit volts here. Oh, 17.9, you know. It's a crappy old charger, so it's trying to find 18 volts. And the volts are, they went back up to 6 amps on there. Anyway, that's enough. It's been in there overnight. Let's and this is, what is that? That is very, very thin. It looks like it's hard, but it's actually soft iron oxide. And let's go and dispose of it ecologically. Oh, that one's a little bit warm. It was very warm after, like yesterday, at a few minutes at 8 or 10 amps. Right, there we go. Let's go and do it. So it is gently steaming. It is warm, and big lumps of paint have just. Oh, actually, that's not. That's probably off the anode. What a very thick greenish stuff. That could just be paint. Let's put this in the recycling bucket down here. So there's a little bucket down there where I put recyclable. What am I talking about? Let's see what this looks like. Well, it's all just dirt and dust. in again, so it's all come out. So this is going to rust again in actually in no time. I think. Oh my god. There. Ah. It's looking pretty good. It's freed off. Nope. So that green was the paint, because you can see all the paint come off of this. Oh. Yeah. All going as theory suggests. So the stuff should just wipe off. Alright, there you go. That's that. It'll run. Alright. Keep. I suppose. I don't want to keep any of this, to be honest. Much easier to start from scratch than reuse that, but if you don't reuse it, you've got to bin it. So, the anodes have attracted quite a bit of rust. Oh, big lump of rust. Big lumps. But that's where it's bubbling up, probably, and hasn't got anywhere else to go, I would think. Is there anything in the bottom of that? Big lumps of rust. No surprise. Alright, well let's plonk that to one side. Put it in a special recycling bucket. Wow. Think about that later. This on the other end, look at that, starting to rust already. Is it going to move? Is it? Buggery. Oh, yeah, hello. Well, that hasn't seen the light of day for... Oh, it's a cam. There you go. I think that bit's separate. So it's still got rust along there, but it just falls off. How about that? Well, this ring might come off then in that case. Don't know whether it... Oh, it does. Look at that. It's loose. Incredible. So this is just, I don't think this is even Scotch-Brite, this is just no-name pad from pound shops. I think it'll knock off, which is good. Oh, there's plenty of little rust pockets in there, and look at that, it's moving all the way free. That's incredible. That process must have got right down into the core of here. And then what's this? Well, that's not clean, I don't know what it is. Look at that. Amazing. And that was covered in paint. So I'm assuming all of that comes off right down to bare metal. Bare cast iron in this case. Just rusting, it looks like a new part. Look at that. Fantastic, very happy with that. My imagination. Cheers. I may just try tapping that with a hammer. What's that going to be? That's so you would have to lift that to disengage it from the hole. So that should go back. So there's probably some kind of probably a spring in there underneath this, which is some kind of top hat. Should tap in. Not entirely convinced. Very exciting. Let's give it a try. So that's damned, it does. Look at that. Even springs. Well, if that isn't amazing, I don't know what is. Look at that. The spring action works. So that de-rusting process has got all the way inside this thing. Fantastic. Because it needs a bit more cleanup. Should be the same. It looks like a hardened pin there, so. It's going. Going down and staying down. Pretty sure that's hardened. Hammer's not even showing. Well, it's not a miracle pure. Ah, this one's bent. So that one's bent. That's probably why it's not working like the other one. We'll work on that later. These, on the other hand, all the paint's gone. My lovely blades. Going down to smooth, and I think I'm just moving black gunk around. So it's probably clean underneath all that dirt. It's probably clean. Yeah, just a bit. So that's working then. Look at that. Instant magic. One of my neighbours making a multi-million-pound bunker. Not kidding. Must have dug down 2 stories. And you realise you're going up one as well. What do I care? Apart from the noise, it's been going on for 2 years. He's 2 houses away. Takes the tension off of me and my compressor, I suppose. Well, this is the main event, really. These blades are going to be unobtainable, I should think. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I should see a number on it. Look at that. This is almost like archaeology. Something about 6E. It's got a year on it. JB Stone and Co. 6E 2/T09. There's been a lot more dings on it. I think one of these had a lot of corrosion on the actual blade edge. They're nowhere near parallel. Look at the difference in thickness. It's not your eyes. It's actually quite a big taper on that. That's done. That's done. Oh, that's loose. Oh, that's very loose. Well, I think I've become a big fan of electrolysis. Can't imagine why you'd do anything else. Grinding wheels and God knows what. That's handmade, look at that. That's a handmade offset cam. See, the finish on that is as if from a file. It's not ground. I don't even know if that's what I've done on a lathe. That really does look like someone's filed that round, or a very crude grinding machine. I'm not complaining. It's all good. So I need to repair one of these using nothing but this. So this was a little experiment. It was just in its own little basket. I don't know if it's really experienced the full electrolysis treatment. Certainly no rust on it. It's got a bit black. I think it has worked, you know. A little bit of that. It'll come down to bare metal. In fact, it probably is already shiny metal. This is going to get brazed onto the other end of the handle. As soon as this dries out, of course, it's going to rust like nothing else. So, to figure out how this comes apart, so I'm pretty sure that that is a press fit in there with a spring behind it. It's not the important one. The important one is this one to get apart. So that could either be screwed on or brazed. Don't know. All of that black stuff is just like soft, like dirt. Is it FeO4 or something? Some strange type of iron oxide. It's just metal, it's just lovely clean metal underneath there. It's unstuck the rust from the surface, is what it's done. It hasn't actually removed it on all of this. Not complaining though. Wow. Incredible. Yeah, needs work. Right, good. Fantastic. Got a wire brush on that, dry them off wire brush. Got a lot of brown sludge coming off of it. Going all over my camera lens. There you go. No. I'm holding. Right. Okay. Well, I wouldn't go as far as to say they're done, but darn sight easier to manage now. These blades aren't that sharp. Darn sight easier to fiddle around with them in this condition. I can probably just send these off for grinding, or take them somewhere for grinding. They definitely need to be ground. These monsters, on the other hand, They are sharp, very sharp, but probably should have them ground anyway, because I'm going to have to go through the whole setup of the machine. Ow! Setup of the machine anyway. That is sharp, man. Not razor blade sharp, but thank goodness. That little bit of pitting has affected the blade. You can feel the roughness in it. And there's a chip. I'll be damned. It's like an old chip. Well, they definitely need to be reground. There's my compressor. It's finally reached 30 psi. Flash rusts. You could watch it. Actually, you could watch it happen in front of your eyes. It's wonderful. That is still sealed solid. This one, on the other hand, which I thought I'd blown dry, still has. I don't know how it comes apart. I think that that ring in there is a press fit inside that casting, and I just wonder what the possibilities are for getting that out. This one's, I mean, this one's fine, but this one, because it's bent. Maybe if I push it in far enough, I can unbend it. It will just start working. Screws are fine, but flash rust. That hand finished thing, that pin's got to come out. I suspect that is actually an oil hole, because this, which is the pièce de résistance, beautifully smooth. I mean, that just feels lovely after 100 odd years or whatever. Incredible. So that pin is solid on this handle, and rotates in here, so that pin, complete with its yeah, where it's been pinged over. I have to grind that off, make another pin maybe, drive that out without breaking this. Actually, this won't break. The main thing is getting it back onto the old handle. Where is that handle? There it is. So, ooh, hello. So that was the green paint that was over everything. Oh, hang on a minute. I've only got one. Ah, I've lost one. I've lost a piece. Shit. Fuck. Were there two pieces? Were there two pieces? I'll have to go back through my photo records. I thought I had two of these. Yeah, anyway, I've got one I can make off from. I have to build it up in braze anyway. Should have cleaned this one.